direction of drum majors Michael Criminal, Musa Boy, and Sophia Douglas.
Can you hear me? McFarland Spartan football is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Spartan football Homecoming 2022 edition. It's Friday Night Lights, McFarland style. My name's Bill the Big K Cather, and I'm going to have the privilege and honor of bringing this game to you tonight. Two-time cancer survivor, just still living the dream. And I'll be joined in a minute by the golden voice of McFarland Athletics, Mr. John Wells. And we will do our best tonight to keep this telecast as entertaining and informative as possible for your viewing pleasure. As Brent Musburger used to say, you are looking live at Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field in McFarland, Wisconsin on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Friday evening, September the 30th, 2022. And as the song goes, Cather Karaoke, oh, what a beautiful evening. Oh, what a beautiful day. Okay, I think I better stop there before we lose our audio or you people at home decide to turn it off. But just a little Cather Karaoke. I might have a little one other touch of it later on in the telecast here. Just got to have a little fun with this. Tonight's opponent, the Trojans of East Troy, coached by Mr. Steve Collins. Division IV school, 532 students. 2-4 on the season, 1-3 in the Rock Valley. They got their first win last Friday evening with a big 62-21 win against Whitewater. Tonight, your McFarland Spartans, coached again by Mr. Paul Ackley, Division III school, 769. 3-3 on the season, 3-1 in the conference, in second place behind Monroe, which is their only conference defeat so far. And looking at comparisons between the two schools, McFarland is averaging 30 points per game and East Troy 17. Passing yards per game, McFarland 179, East Troy 139. Rushing yards per game, McFarland 136 and East Troy 127. So both teams fairly well balanced, so could see a competitive game from that side. All right, next question to be answered tonight, and we're going to get the answer to that after 48 minutes of hard-nosed competitive Rock Valley football will McFarland continue their winning streak? So far, the last 3 ball games, they've allowed only 3 points in winning 3 in a row. Can they extend it to 4 in a row? Or will East Troy win their second game and get within 2 games of playoff possibility? 48 minutes, we'll have the answer. So now it's time to grab your favorite snacks and beverages, get comfy in that favorite chair or sofa, sit back, and enjoy what should be a very entertaining Friday Night Lights in the Rock Valley on an absolutely beautiful evening. As Bob Euchre would say, however, there's still time to come out to the game if you can get here. So I would like to now, John, do you want to put your headset on here and maybe you can help me fill in a little stuff here a little time while we're waiting for the Spartans to charge onto the field here through the band and through some of the youth football players and that. So right now, I'm going to welcome in my sidekick for tonight's game, the golden voice of McFarland Athletics, Mr. John Wells.
Hey, thanks, Bill. Good evening, everyone. Hey, game number 553 in McFarland school history. Spartans with a record 304, 241, and 7 overall. This is the 15th game we have played against East Troy. McFarland leads the series 8-6. Looking a few weeks ago, thought, this can be kind of maybe an easy one for the Spartans, but anybody that puts up 62 points is doing something right offensively. And looks like we're going to have the anthem. We've got color guard out there. We've got singers.
We had little poms. We must have had, there must have been 80, 90 kids out there.
And the crowd hasn't cleared out much yet. That's a good thing.
Nope, that's a good sign. You can see some of the young poms there on the sideline. So that's good. Start them young, lay the foundation, and get them interested in an early age, John.
Last day of September here, and September 30th, 2022, again, homecoming.
Boy, John, what an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day and evening.
And I hope we can get this in 2 weeks when we host Evansville. That's shaping up to be a pretty good ball game. Evansville with just one loss in the Rock Valley Conference, like the Spartans, both losing to Monroe.
Right.
So Bill and I will take a break here for our presentation of the colors and our anthem. Such a great atmosphere here tonight at McFarland High School. So many kids involved. You look at the football players, you've got the band, you've got the Blue Notes, you've got the Palms.
Flag football youth players were out here earlier.
I would say we've probably had about 300 or 400 McFarland students out here on the field or track at some point in time.
That's what you love, John. The more community involvement around your schools and that's a real plus.
So we're going to do some trivia tonight. I worked up some new stats this week and was running back and forth to Pete Willicott at school and talking to him and sharing some things and sending them off to Paul. And now I realize I don't know if I brought the right sheet here. So I've got a little bit and we'll do our best with that. But again, like we said, this is the 15th matchup against East Troy, all in this century.
And again tonight, we are going to see kind of the third desert in a row at quarterback for East Troy. It seems like there's been a desert at quarterback for East Troy for years and years and years. And Caden, who's only a freshman tonight, will be the third in a long line of deserts to be here tonight. Caden's completing 49% of his passes, 40 out of 82, 751 yards, 5 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So, and he's also their leading rusher, John. So tonight we're going to see another quarterback like we did with Lodi and Monroe also, where you got a do-everything quarterback that will create a few headaches possibly for the Spartan defense.
I believe 2 teams in the Rock Valley this year with freshman quarterbacks. So East Troy will kick it off. Let's see if they'll kick it to Dyer. See if Brandon can run one back.
It's number 2 kicking off, Ryan Weed. Ryan, do everything, Weed. 6'5", 210-pound senior, and he will be involved with everything tonight.
Here comes Dyer straight up the middle. Got an opening. And he's cut down just shy of the 30-yard line. That's where the Spartans will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Right, number 3, Sean Wiley, a 6 foot, 160-pound senior. Nice job kind of closing up that little opening that Kelly or Dwyer had there.
Bill, not a lot of student athletes over on that sideline for East Troy at all.
Boy, you look at it, John, there's maybe not even 10?
And some of them are pretty small over
there.
Got a few freshmen.
Hey, and look at nice shot, though, of the East Troy kids that traveled up here. I like that. You know, we're trying to be as fair and as impartial as we can here in our telecast. So thanks a lot, guys, for shooting the East Troy kids.
Braylon Roeder, the junior, the quarterback, hands off Dyer. And he'll get up ahead for about 6. So we'll call it 2nd down and 4 for the Spartans. Just underway here tonight at Lloyd Schneider Stadium.
Yep, Brandon Dyer, 53 carries, 416 yards, 7.8 yards per carry, and 6 touchdowns so far this year, John.
Yeah, the Spartans get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, but then seem to spend most of that time looking to the sideline. But they're ready, and you keep the defense guessing. I see some mismatches in the defensive backfield right here. Here comes a pitch. Going to get outside over the 40, 45, and Dyer finally pushed out at midfield.
About a 16-yard run, John.
They're going to have trouble with Brandon Dyer. But again, here's where the Spartans will throw it.
Right.
1st and 10 from the 50. And Bill, you look near side here. We've got Andrew Kelly lining up wide left, and a young man out there not real big. Right. 5'3", 115-pound freshman guarding Kelly. Let's see if we'll throw towards Andrew here. Nope, we're going to pitch the other way. This is Zadra, 45. Nice tackle and a fumble. Let's see who's got it. And the Spartans did cover it.
Yep. You know, we're going to kind of have to watch for tonight is McFarland's going to take kind of 2 approaches here tonight. They're going to run unbalanced line, and if they see that East Troy is playing in a man-to-man kind of press defensive coverage, they're going to bring 3 wideouts to one side and have the power running game to that same side and try and just...
Again, you got an obvious mismatch over here. Dyer will go in motion this time. He'll come wide left. Long count. Gillen will go left to right. Here we go. Well, that's one way. We got a penalty. And Roeder goes down.
Yep, that was number 56, Justice Pershing, a 6'2", 209-pound senior.
It doesn't matter who you've got out at wideouts or what disadvantage or advantage you might have, but got to have that pass protection, and broke down there.
Looked like probably a holding call, would you guess, John?
Well, I don't know.
There's a little more discussion than there would be just for a holding call.
They're going to walk over to the East Troy sideline. Maybe it's not going to be anything. Nothing.
Looks like they're going to pick it up, John.
Well.
No,
it's a hold, but they're going to probably decline this, and they do.
Yep.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 13, Bill.
This would be a big start for East Troy here, John, to stop McFarland.
Touchdown pass right
early
here,
in the
Bill.
Game. No.
10:08 to go here in the first quarter.
The Golden Voice is called for a touchdown pass.
3rd down, 13. Got to get that pass protection. Now this is going to be tough to get 13 yards on, and almost a lateral pass, incomplete.
Right. And
the drive stalls with 9:54 to go, and every time that happens, that only gives East Troy a little bit more confidence.
A little more hope, yep, for sure. Tell you, it looks like they've got as many students there as they do fans that made the trip up here tonight. So, boy, Friday night, beautiful evening. How can you not be at a high school football game?
Folk's going to kick it away. Aiden Taylor deep for East Troy. Good snap. Nice kick by Folk.
Yep, averaging.
Taylor.
Oh, my God,
it takes an East Troy roll, and it's going to be down at the 27-yard line. That's where the Trojans will put it in play. 1st and 10. And their first possession of the game.
And again, we'll come out with Caden Dessert at quarterback. And probably my guess is going to be number 21, John Densmore, at running back. Number 21, let's see.
And they'll throw to Taylor and Weed.
Oh, yeah, Weed's their big target, 6'5", John.
Weed's going to line up wide right. Taylor may be in the backfield here. Weed will go in motion. Fumble. Well, each team has now fumbled.
Yep.
And each team recovered their own, but they're going to lose yardage here. You know, when your quarterback back out there and you're thinking, I'm looking here, I'm looking there, and all of a sudden lose concentration. Right. And that's exactly what happened here.
On this.
Well, kind of a muff on the handoff there to Densmore.
Right.
Well, they'll lose 3, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 13. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Trojans. 9:20 to go here in quarter number 1.
Oh, boy.
And Densmore not going to go anywhere.
Boy, that was number 52, Brent Schnell, 6'1", 180-pound junior for the Spartans that ate that up right away.
And they're going to lose yardage, so it's now going to be 3rd down and 18.
Right.
Well, they got good field position to start, but they've gone -8 here in the first 2 plays from scrimmage, a fumble and a tackle for loss. Bill, we're going to guess here they might go up in the air, but we don't always know for sure. So again, Dessert, the freshman, going to run it. Gets out of 1 tackle, and down he goes. I think that's Paul Morris, number 34.
Yep. Paul Morris, the leading tackler, came into the game with 60 tackles on the year so far for the 6', 205-pound senior.
Which brings up a trivia question, Bill, our first trivia question of the night. Paul Morris, when he scored his touchdown against Lodi, put McFarland over the all-time point total of... And again, I'll give you 3 choices here.
That's good,
so
John.
Hang on. Number 2, Weed, back to kick. It's the kick away. Nice punt.
Averaging 35
and
yards.
And right away we got a...
Boy, they got it smothered.
They're all over us. Gillen nowhere to go.
No, he didn't. They had him boxed in.
Thought it was a penalty flag, but no, the official was just marking it. So ball's going to be at the...
You know what's interesting, John, with this being homecoming week, too, a lot of activities, a lot of distractions in that. Plus also, you kind of worry a little bit about the Spartans and their last 3 ball games not really being competitive and steamrolling opponents. You know, you got to keep the momentum going here. You can't get sloppy in that, and got to focus on the game and what's going on here.
And if Dyer gets outside, Dyer created that all himself, but again, good pursuit by the East Troy Trojans. Doing a nice job. Dyer's going to pick up some yardage there. About 6, so again, we'll call it 2nd and, well, they're going to say about 4.
4 yards.
We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Spartan 42-yard line. I just think we're going to be airing it up here, but we'll see. Going to pitch back. That's Gillen.
Boy, pretty well defense that time by East Troy out there.
Trojans defensively. Once again, answer the call. Going to force the Spartans into a 3rd down situation.
Say about 3rd and 1, John.
As we near the 7-minute mark.
East Troy has to be pretty happy, I think, with the start of this ball game, John.
As Bill ponders the answer to the
I don't have my
all-time points of the Spartan score.
I don't have my 3 choices to ponder yet, John.
Too much going on here yet. Going to get the 1st down. Got yardage. If he gets outside, he's going to be gone. That's Dyer. There he goes down the sidelines.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're going to say he stepped out at about the 16-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 35. Nice job by Dyer. Well, he's going to wind up getting 100 yards here in the first
quarter.
Look at this one now. He looks
look
in,
at how he turns it
gets out,
speed.
and just turns on the speed.
Let's see where he steps out here.
Right there.
Yep.
Good call. That official on the sideline was right there.
Just touched, barely.
1st and 10 from the 16. Dyer again. Still get about 4 yards out of it. As we near the 6.5-minute mark here in quarter number 1.
That's his 5th carry for 65 yards so far, John. Unofficially.
He is, everything we do or say is unofficial. So.
Yep. Yes. Please don't hold us to this.
2nd down. Roeder the junior.
Oh, been good
Did
job
they jump?
that
Boy,
time.
I tell you what, last game we saw Delavan Darien jump a number of times.
That is the old sly, clever Pete Willicott as your offensive coordinator, I would say. Hey, you might as well grab as many free 5 yards as you can. Nice job, Coach.
Going to be 2nd down at 1-and-1. Ball at the just outside the 7-yard line. See if we can punch it in. See if they have Dyer picks and chooses, puts his head down,
he just
pulls his way into the
down and boom.
End zone for the touchdown. A 7-yard run for Brandon Dyer with 6:02 to go here in the first quarter. Spartans are on the board, which brings in Mason Folk for the extra point.
Boy, he did, John, didn't he? He just
put
his head out. Look at that, and there was a head of steam.
Boom.
Lowered his shoulder, and in he went. As I used to say in basketball, kaboom! He dove in there for some of you East Troy people.
Kick is up, and it is good. So 6:02 to go in the first quarter. Your McFarland Spartans on the board first, leading 7-0. All right, Bill, so Paul Morris scores this touchdown against Lodi. By the way, McFarland's 3 losses this year, I think the 3 teams that have beaten them going into tonight, I believe, had a combined record of 17-1, if I'm correct, maybe 16-2. Well, but here it is, Bill. How many all-time points when Morris scored? Was it the 9,000th point, 10,000th point, or 11,000th point in school history dating back to 1963?
I am going to go on the high side, John, and go with 11,000.
You are correct.
And I want you to know that I did not research that. I didn't spend all afternoon.
No, going into this year,
McFarland,
10,979 points. Their opponents, 9,655. It's amazing what you can do when you get to school at 6 in the morning. 6:02 to go here. Mason Folk has the ball teed up. Approach. Oh, beautiful kick. Going to drive the return man back to his 6. He's going to go straight up the middle. Got some running room. Still going. Gets outside. That's Aiden Taylor. He's got about a 30-yard return.
Aiden Taylor, so far this year, he's had 18 returns for 290 yards. He averages 16 yards per return, and that was more than 16, John. That started at the 8-yard line.
They got a lineman out there tonight, boy. He's got those gold shoes on. That is number 51, Lance Cater, 5'6", 195. Gotta love it.
Yep.
Low to the ground, tough. A lot of kids going both ways tonight for both teams.
Well, yeah, when you see the few players that are on that East Troy sideline.
Dessert comes right. Good pursuit.
Yeah, 21, that's Stels.
Owen Stels.
Second leading tackler on the Spartans. Owen has 57 tackles on the year. Second leading tackler for the Spartans. 6 foot, 170-pound senior.
Tell you, Desert ran a long ways.
Yes, he did.
Now there appears to be a penalty. Could be going against the Spartans.
Somebody get up in the face mask or something?
Well, I hope
we'd have
not,
to look at the replay.
That play really wasn't going to go anywhere.
No, it wasn't. Officials so far are taking their time making some calls here tonight, John.
Yeah, they are.
Make sure we get them right. Well, nobody should be in a rush tonight. What a beautiful night just to be outside. Yeah, it's going against McFarland, whatever it was. And I was correct. Somebody did get a hand up. If we could see the replay on that.
But only a 5-yard walk-off. So
there we go. Thank you very much.
43.
Ask and you will receive. What a great crew we have here again tonight. Oh, it was coming in late on top.
Boy, I don't know.
I can't
Tough
see.
to see.
It was from the backside. I think it was Rux. I think it was Luke Rux from the backside, just kind of coming around. He's in on that. It's Densmore.
Densmore's going to get some running room. And going to be pushed out of bounds short of midfield, but yardage good for the East Troy first down.
Yep.
Should have been stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but turns it into a gain and a first down for East Troy with 5:31 to go here in the first quarter. And your Spartans on top 7-0. Two receivers will go to the left, two to the right.
Yep. Twins left and right.
And there goes Densmore again into Spartan territory. He'll get down to the McFarland 48-yard line. Gain of 3. Going to bring up second down and 7.
Said Densmore so far on the year, 241 total yards, 3 touchdowns, and has fumbled the ball twice, but it's their second leading rusher behind quarterback Caden Dessert.
Now look at East Troy, though. Definitely improving as the season goes on.
Yep. Twins left and right again, trying to spread the Spartans out a little bit. Oh, that was procedure.
Pass over left side. Good one-on-one tackle there by Kyle Cuso.
Yep.
Third down. Going to call that now third down and 8. So
Boy.
A big play for the Spartan defense here.
Yep, Cuso smothered that right away, John.
3rd and 8. Listen to that crowd. One guy yelling. One guy yelling defense.
And
hey, hats
stomping
off
on the
to him.
bleachers. Yep. Trying to get the crowd a little fired up here.
See if they go to the air. Nope. But again, give Densmore credit. Didn't look like that was going to go anywhere.
Nope.
He gets a couple of yards out of it.
Right.
Going to be well short of the first down. We'll give him a couple of yards here. It's going to be at the Spartan 46, so it's going to be 4th down. And
I'll bet they'll punt him deep. Be my guess, John.
see, if that were me, I'd be going for it. But that's why I'm not a coach.
Well, you're a risk taker, John, I guess. Huh?
Well,
Why not?
you don't want to give the ball. Well, we'll see. There's Weed.
Let's see how
Nice
deep.
kick. Ooh.
Good
Gillen
catch.
on a nice job by Dayton.
At the 24-yard line, I think Weed could probably could
23, so that's a 23-yard punt for.
he could have put a little more
Weed.
foot into it. He kind of went a little lax on that, not wanting to put it in the end zone. And I think, look at, he's got his hands on his hips, knowing I think he could. He wanted to pin him back a little bit further, but
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Let's let Andrew Kelly turn on the burners here and go as our.
here we go, unbalanced again.
Just let Andrew just sprint down there.
We're going power left, so let's see what happens. Boy, that just opens up the middle. Is that Sadra?
He'll get out to about the 30-yard line. So gain of 6.
Yep. His second carry for 9 yards. Travis, 74 carries, 265 yards, 4 touchdowns. on the season so far for Travis.
And I'm not doing well as a play caller here. But
you're going to take a little break from play calling? I haven't called one yet, so I'm going to still hold off here. Zadra again.
Cuts it back up, gets over the 30 to close to a first down.
Yep, nice cut back.
And it is. So first down for the Spartans. 2:41 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Okay, John, I'm going with a throw right here. This will be my first attempt at play calling.
I just keep picturing a certain play here happening, but
maybe Coach Willicott at school slipped a little information to you when you're looking for something special.
No.
I know there's one special play, but I'm not going to call it yet. Oh, we're strong right side. Look at that overload. Oh, just not a very good throw that time by Bray Roeder. A little short-armed it on that. However, it was a pass, John, so can I call myself 1 for 1 on the play call? Oh, went right, actually. Boy, it went right through Ayers' hands, right into his chest. Always falling down, so it would have been down right there anyways. Wow.
I don't think we can fault the pass.
No, we can't.
2:21 to go.
Back to the air, John. I don't know. We've had a lot of success on the ground.
Second down and 10.
Yep.
Dyer got some running room. 40, 45, 50. Down the sidelines and pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 25 for Brandon Dyer. Just a nice bit of running. Again, good job by that line.
6 carries, 87 yards, John, in the first quarter still.
And finally, there's Taylor.
Yep.
Pushes him out of bounds. So first and 10 for the Spartans at the East Troy 42-yard line. Kelly will go in motion.
Oh,
Roeder.
This is going to be the pitch.
Pitches back. Kelly eludes one, gets inside the 40. Nice try there by number 35. That's Brady Collins, 5'3", 115-pound freshman.
You know what they've done so far, John, on the wide runs? East Troy's done a pretty good job on this, where McFarland has pounded them, is running in between the tackles, and then the running back, Dyer or Zadra, just kind of split from there. They kind of find the opening and take off from there, but anything where they're running sideways, East Troy's pursuing fairly well so far.
So Kelly's gain was 4, so second down and 6. We're going to pitch this way. Dyer, there he goes inside the 40. Inside. Drags a couple of defenders forward to the 35. Going to be short of the first down by about 3 yards, so that'll bring up 3rd and 3 with 1:40 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, John, he's 9 yards away from 100 yards in the first quarter.
Tell you what, East Troy's got to be pretty happy with how this first quarter has gone so far.
Yep,
but
so far.
Still waiting for that. But the running game of Dyer inside the 30.
Oh, Lord.
Down to the 25. I tell you what.
And he just bowled over number 35,
Collins.
Brady Collins.
He's a tough kid out there.
5'3", 115-pound freshman. Yeah, he wasn't afraid. He took.
That is a tough kid. Look at this one, though. He just hangs right in there. Boom.
Yep.
Good job by Collins. But again, another good run by Dyer. Puts the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
8 carries, 103 yards, John, unofficially.
Here we go, airing it up. And way overthrown, incomplete. There's a look at Andrew Kelly.
Yeah, there was no chance on that. 2 men actually covering Kelly, and strong overthrow by Bray Roeder.
Looks like we're going to send Kelly to the right. He'll be out there with Culp.
Yeah.
Well, passing game just not clicking here in the first quarter for the Spartans.
We're going unbalanced, right.
Goes Dyer. Gillen gets a block. There goes Dyer. Cuts it back up inside the 20. Waiting for that flag to come out on a hold there when we go around the right side, but no flag.
I'm going to run out of room here by halftime, John. There's yardage and carries here in my little box charts that I have here.
Well, we should be good for one more play here as we
got it.
Near the 20-second mark.
Yep.
Third down, again, ball 3rd and 3, ball at the 19 of East Troy. Dyer dodges one, still going. There he goes.
Got a chance.
10. It's finally pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Yep, number 45, Evan Rausch, 5'11", 160-pound freshman also.
Boy, I thought he
bumping him out.
Was going to be stopped at least twice. Take a look at that play. 1, 2. Finally, Weed, at least 3 missed tackles, but credit Dyer. Boy, he just keeps those legs moving.
Yep.
He gets better every game we see him play here. So it's really helped the Spartans open up the running game having Brandon Dyer back there.
We still have one more play. Will Gillen get it in?
Nope. Tough angle here.
Yep.
That's not going to go anywhere.
That was, again, to my point, when they really force us to initially move to the outside, rather than running downhill, running sideways, they basically pursue pretty good, John.
Yeah, East Troy does a nice job.
That was nice pursuit that time by number 26, Adam Bilke, 5'9", 136-pound sophomore.
So first quarter in the books here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium. Homecoming 2022. Spartans on top 7-0 thanks to a Brandon Dyer touchdown.
Yep.
There's a look at the Spartans offensive line out there.
Let me give you a shout out to our ace crew tonight here again. On the board, we have the Queen, Stephanie Miller, assisted by Andrew, the Bearded Wonder, the Mastermind Day, and the creator of the Party Mix, correct? The Andrew Day Party Mix. On the cameras, to my left, BB, Benny Becks. Great job, Benny. And to my right, the King, Rudy King. So thank you very much, guys. I'll tell you, these are great. Again, replays, graphics. Look at the quality of our picture. I mean, it rates right up there with anything that I could say on any program I've ever watched in that, John. This is just excellent. And again, we got people watching. I hope you people down in East Troy tonight that didn't make the trip up here. Again, I sent down a message through your what soon to be is going to be Hall of Fame tennis coach, Mr. Dave Lindau. I mean, what a great job this year again. Finished undefeated 29-0, ranked 3rd in the state. They're going to be heading back to the state tournament and that. He's got 3 kids that were never lost a high school tennis match in a dual meet, 84-0, including his own daughter. So, I mean, kudos to him. He runs such a quality program down there. I spoke with him a little bit before the game. Great lifetime friend of mine in that. Great guy and great for kids, very positive, and does a super job. So hats off to him. I can give a few shout-outs to some other East Troy people, but let's get back to the game right now.
So we start the second quarter, 2nd down and goal for the Spartans. Ball just inside the 10-yard line. Roeder going to throw back.
There was
Look at that.
play.
That's Keats.
Oh, the Diesel.
Wow.
Keats Dislin, the Diesel, and that was one of the trick plays. I should have called it ahead of time, but in case East Troy is watching, I didn't want to give it away.
Well, Keats looks like a tight end out there.
This was one of offensive coordinator Pete Willicott's trick plays here. He said if you get down on the right hash around the 10-yard line,
I give him credit because you risk
they were gonna
pretty valuable lineman getting hurt on that play. So
we're going to uncover Keats and let him run a throwback tackle pass.
There goes Dyer into the pulls over another another player for East Troy.
Let's see what player he bowled over this time.
And he's not getting up too quickly.
Boy, again, he just runs so tough, and he lowers that shoulder. Wow.
Trainer is out there immediately.
Let's see what number that was from East Troy that just... That was 89. Sam Rome, 6'2", 165-pound senior. Boy, I'll tell you, when Brandon gets going, and I'll tell you what, he's not going down easy, John. Every tackle that's made on him, he's lowering that shoulder.
Well, he's putting a highlight film together here in the first quarter or first half of the game. So we'll have a stop in action here as trainers tend to an injured player.
You know, in the first quarter, John, he had 10 carries for 126 yards. So now he's at 11 and 129. Hey, I'm going to quick do my tribute to Badger Bill Garvey, which I do every game in that. Badger Bill Garvey, who lost his life to cancer many moons ago in that. Gone but never forgotten. He was such an integral part of the McFarland band program, the university band program. Just had such a great tradition here with his band programs, as well as coached a variety of sports here and just helped all around with so many things in the community and the church and everything else. So I sing the school song as a tribute to Badger Bill. So here we go. Looking down from heaven. This is for you, Garv. Fight for our Spartans, valiant. Fight for our colors, brilliant. Fight, fight, McFarland High. Don't let them buy you. Rah, 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 rah. Hail to our Spartans, valiant. Hail to our colors, brilliant. Though odds be great or small, we're victors overall. Gone but never forgotten, Garv. We hope you're enjoying, again, another telecast here, and kudos to you. Like I said, you did so many great things here. Gone but never forgotten, Garv. So over to you, John.
All right. Well, we'll do a couple trivia questions here. This one, Bill,
okay,
will not be multiple choice.
So what? Since I was 1 for 1,
most
you're gonna
points scored in a season by the Spartans. Most points. I'll tell you right now.
Okay, let me just see. I'm gonna.
It was in a 12-game season.
Okay, 12 times.
That ironically ended in us getting shut out.
Okay, 12 times 10 would be 120. 240, 3 be 300. I'm going to go with 375.
Yeah, you're pretty close. You are 28 off in one direction or the other. Now you have to guess, is it?
I will say I am.
347 or 403?
I will say 403.
403 is correct.
Wow.
Mason Folk in to attempt the extra point. Kick is on the way and good. So with 11-11, forgot to say the time on that touchdown, 11-11. It's the Spartans 14 and East Troy nothing. Hey, upcoming events.
Yep. Why don't you read those, John?
Tuesday, October 1st, Spartan girls swimming as they host Edgewood High School of the Sacred Heart. I think I've got that right. Yep. Tuesday, October 11th, Spartan girls swimming hosts Oregon. And then we'll be back here in 2 weeks for what should be a pretty good football game as the Spartans host the Evansville Blue Devils. Of course, Bill, a win tonight would put the Spartans at 4-1, qualifies you for the playoffs, which I'm going to guess if we win out the season a 6-3, not going to get us a real high seed. And if we would go in 5-4, you're going to be playing a pretty good
playoff game, maybe.
I would doubt it, but you're going to play a pretty strong team in your first round. But that's the playoffs for you. So
right, and look at those first 3 games we had. Mount Horeb, Barneveld, only 1 loss on the season. Lodi tonight playing Columbus to see. They're both in the top 10 in Division 4 in the state, I believe. I mean, 2 quality programs. They're playing each other tonight. And then obviously Monroe.
Good kick by Folk. Taylor straight ahead. Got some running room. And down he goes out over the 30-yard line. So good field position for East Troy here.
Yep, I said Aiden Taylor averages 16 yards per return, and that was about an 18-yard return. So he usually gives them pretty decent field position, I would say.
Their first possession here of the second quarter.
Yep.
Again, 14-0. Bill, have the Spartans completed a pass?
They have not, John.
And I was wondering that. That's
a little unusual, isn't it? But as long as, boy, you got Dyer just running all over everybody. I mean, you probably don't need to go to it.
You're right.
Just keep it simple and just pound them and just God helping that there's never an injury.
Dessert's going to go over to Weed. Weed's going to get some yardage out of this. He'll go straight ahead. It's a big kid. We come out of there with the ball. Well, it looks like we had the ball before the whistle blew, but not going to matter. Weed gets 4. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Yeah, I remember many years ago, Bill, there was a high school football team. Terrible team.
I wish you had an opinion, John.
And, well, they were, and I'm sure the players on the team then would admit it, but they had one of the best passing defenses in the state because the other teams, they couldn't stop anybody running. So the other teams never had to throw the ball, and that's where stats can be a little deceiving.
Misleading, yep.
High snap, Dessert's going to have to run it. Morris is there amongst others. He's going to be well short of the first down. Maybe gets yard and a half out of that, so it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Right, initial contact was made by Austin Bindle, 6 foot, 210-pound senior, and then Morris came over and finished Dessert off.
There's a look at Austin right there, number 55.
Yep. You got Bindle in the middle of that line. You have number 70, the Diesel, Keats Diesel.
Players trying to fire up the crowd
Brett
here.
Schnell, 6'1", 189, junior.
3rd down. That's not going to go anywhere.
That wasn't going anywhere.
So the Spartans will force East Troy now into another punting situation. That'll bring out Weed. Now if you're East Troy, you got to just make sure the floodgates don't open here.
Right, yep.
As the momentum swings back once again to the Spartans. Gillen will be back around his 40-yard line.
Yep, but again,
Weed just outside his
Weed punting,
20.
got about a 36-yard average for punts.
Good snap, high kick.
Kind of bounce will this take?
Well, on turf. It's going to roll down inside the 20-yard line.
Culp
I've seen that backfire before.
Yep.
So Spartans are going to put it in play. Nice punt by Weed.
I like that little sportsmanship. We just picked that up right there. Weed and Dyer.
So Spartans are going to put it in
exchanging
play.
high fives as they came down the field after that. I love to see that. That's good sportsmanship, John.
It is.
You know, they both appreciate. They both know they're athletes, competitors, and that. And I think that's really cool. I'd love to see that back on replay, even sportsmanship like that. Kudos to both you guys.
Ball at the 18, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Dyer over the 20, gets outside over the 25. Got him by the shirt, still going, over the 30, still going.
Boy, he never got out of bounds. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my. He's going to wind up getting 20 yards.
Yep. Wow.
Brandon Dyer. Again, here's another look at that. Just gets outside. Oh, nice block there. Gillen on Weed. Shirt tackle doesn't go anywhere. Another tackle he's
and
missed.
I'm watching
He's still
his
going.
feet. He's still in bounds.
Look at him pull on that shirt.
Yep. Wow.
That's why you need the old tearaway jerseys from back in the days. 1st and 10, ball at the 38 of the Spartans.
Zadra.
And he'll get out over the 40 to about the 44, so a gain of 5 or 6 for Travis Zadra as we near the 8-minute mark here in the first half.
Yeah, that's good, John. I appreciate you keep mentioning the time, too. I can't see the the time.
Well,
but I know one
otherwise
of
we'll
our
get-
viewers, a couple of
we'll
them.
get people complaining.
Yeah,
so
people
we just-
wanted us to keep mentioning the time since we don't put it up there. So I appreciate it. We always listen to the voices of our listeners, correct, John? We want to
Sometimes.
please you. Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time, people, but
Second down. Zadra. Hang on to the ball.
Yeah.
Tossed forward. Inside East Troy territory. Nice run of 6 for Zadra. Moves the sticks. First and 10 for the Spartans. 7:31 to go on the clock.
Yep, his 5th carry for 25 yards. So
Bill, we even
far.
had people complaining that we didn't say the time when we had a continuous clock game. It's like, oh, okay.
True, John.
It's all good.
Yep.
All
Keep the
right at
comments
midfield.
coming.
Right at midfield here. First and 10.
John, I just love the number of people we have watching these games. I mean, we had like 1,500 people that watched the Monroe game, about 1,400 that watched the Lodi game. I mean, our viewership is way up, and I'm loving it.
Timeout for the Spartans here. First timeout of the game for either team. 7:01 to go in the first half.
Yep. Let me just say this, too. McFarland Cable TV Channel 982 is a function of the Village of McFarland and producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans in attendance, desire this type of programming. I encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, a phone call, how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. The positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of the media. The State Journal, the Thistle, Cable Channel 982, and of course our website, YouTube McFarland Cable. So once again, thanks for your support. And again, John and I and the station, we welcome all the comments that you want to throw our direction, whether they're during our broadcast or afterwards, whatever. But we love any comments, whether they be positive or negative, and we take them into account and appreciate them. We just enjoy making these special memories for not only the kids where they can go back and see these at a later time, but also for those in our viewing audience that can't make it to the ball game, whether you're in another state, another city, even like my son in another country, you can still view these games. So thanks a lot again. We appreciate your viewership.
First and 10. Interesting formation here for the Spartans. Lone. Back is Roeder. Little inside handoff to Dyer again. Oh, nice one-on-one tackle.
Was that Weed?
Weed
Yes, it was.
there.
Yep, that was Ryan Weed, 6'5", 210. I said they exchanged high fives walking down the field after the last exchange in possession.
Loss of 2.
Yeah. Oof. He's now gone down to 13 carries and only 148 yards, John. Unofficially, of course.
Get that ball back in the air here. More yardage inside the 45, down to the 43. Again, that is Dyer, going to pick up 9. Boy, I tell you, it was many years in a row where the Spartans were putting 1,000-yard rushers out there, and it's been a few years now that.
Yeah, we went.
Back in the 90s, it was back after back after back, and it just reload. And so here we go, 3rd down and 2. Dyer inside the 40. Dances his way down around the 35. Did the ball get loose? And the Spartans have the ball, but it's at the 30. They're going to mark it at the 37.
He's very shifty, John, too. When he sees contact about to occur, I'm going to throw his name in along with Braylon Allen, John. He kind of senses the contact coming up, and you never seem to get a direct hit on him. And when you are going to get a direct hit on him, where does that shoulder go? Boom. You better plan on getting a shoulder in your chest, and you're going backwards.
And 2 receivers to the right. Going to come out here to Kelly.
Oof.
Play just is not working for the Spartans tonight at all.
John, we have yet to complete a pass in the first half. And Bray Roeder came in completing 65% of his passes, 34 of 52 for 7 touchdowns coming into the game. So we can't blame it on the weather, can we, John?
No, it's
nope.
2nd down and 10. Zadra the lone back. And again, nice one-on-one tackle there. That
Sean Wiley, 6 foot, 160-pound senior.
Third and long for the Spartans. 4:40 to go here in the first half. McFarland just with a 2-touchdown lead over East Troy. And again, the Trojans have played tough here in the first half. Spartans seem to come out a little flat.
Yes. I would agree with that. Well, homecoming week, John, and again, just so many distractions, and kids want to have some fun with all daily activities and games and all that stuff, but boy.
Delay a game. Man. Well, now you got 3rd and call it 14.
Will this be a time to complete their first pass of the evening, John? I am going to say yes.
.412 to go here in the first half. Spartans on top 14-0. Roeder going to go back the other way. Gillen dodges one inside the 40. Going to pick up the first now. Going to be short. Looked at the wrong stick there.
Yep.
Got some good yardage, though. So he'll get down 31. So he'll get 11 yards on that. Still going to be short by about 4. 4:01 time on the clock. Clock is stopped. 4 down territory. 4th and 4.
Yes, Priz, that is me doing the color. Thanks for sending in a comment. I appreciate it.
Roeder going to air it out in the end zone.
Jump ball.
Got it, Kelly. Touchdown. Penalty.
Touchdown.
Penalty. Let's see if they say he pushed off.
Yeah, I am kind of sensing that, John. And by looking... Yep, the way they're coming back.
So this one will be waved off.
I mean, it appeared, I suppose you could call that kind of a high school back shoulder pass, the way he came back and got it. But
yeah, you still put that one in the highlight film.
Yep,
you just don't say
Kelly
there was a
came
penalty
back
on it.
Yeah, he came back and made a nice play. And again, here we get an excellent replay shot. And let's see where the push-off came up, unless we're going to get in there too late. Ooh, I didn't see any push-off there at all.
Either.
No.
But the official who was 10 yards away from the play saw it. So
yeah, Kelly must have pushed off earlier and given himself a little separation.
Folk's going to be in the kick. He'll line up at his own 41.
Yep, averaging 33 yards a punt so far this season.
I say just kick it as far as you can.
I agree.
Beautiful kick. That is going to roll into the end zone. So that'll go as a 46-yard punt for Folk. Touchback will put the ball at the 20-yard line with 3:38 to go.
I'll tell you, John, East Troy is still in this ball game.
Oh,
with
for
only
sure.
a 2-touchdown difference because, as we all know, at any level of football, it takes just one play. You can go the length of the field, and boom, you're right back in here with just being a 2-score difference. So it's
well, I think last week was a good confidence builder for the Trojans, but of course you got McFarland, and then you got Monroe next week. I believe that's at East Troy.
That
whoever plays McFarland gets Monroe the week after, just the way the schedule works. 3:38 time on the clock here. We got a very late substitution for East Troy. Dessert going to air it out, intercepted by Culp. There he goes, down the sideline into the end zone. Boy, that was money in the bank.
Boy, and everybody at home, you had a direct view of that. It was like he threw it right to Culp. Culp didn't even have to move on that to pick that off.
Devin Culp, the senior, on the pick 6.
Wow. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to that, was there, John? Just catch it and run your, 28 yards?
Yeah, take a look at that one. Boo.
Oh, I see what happened there. Adam Kamish, 6 foot, 175-pound senior, got bumped coming across the middle and never got into the route of where the ball was going. And Dessert figured he was going to be there, and he never got there. So Culp.
3:30 to go here in the first half. Spartans up 20-0. Mason Folk tried to tack on the extra point. Ball placed, kick on the way, plenty of leg, and it's good. So 3:30 to go here in the first half. The Spartans go up 21-0. Our next trivia question, Bill. Fewest number of points given up in a year.
Fewest number of points.
And this was in 1968 when the Spartans were the Western Section co-champs of the Madison Suburban Conference, the last year of that before the Capital Conference.
How many games, John?
9 games.
I will go with, let's see. And they were co-champions that year?
Co-champs, overall record 8-1.
I am going to say they gave up, I'm going to say 114 points.
Well, you're within 100.
Wow.
They gave up 18 to Oregon, 15 in a loss to Poynette, 6 to Heights, and 6 to Lodi for a total of 45. Scored 193, gave up 45. And again, that was the last year of the old Madison Suburban Conference. Here's Folk, tees it up, drills this one. Taylor back at his own 5, going to come straight ahead. Then he goes outside. Still going, and he's dropped at about the 30-yard line, and that was number 82.
Yep.
A happy young man there.
Hayden Harrison, 6 foot, 153-pound sophomore. Nice tackle. But again, Aiden Taylor again brought that ball back 27 yards. He averages, I said coming in, 16 yards a return, and all 3 of his returns tonight have been plus, on the plus side of that. So he's a good return man, does a nice job.
3:22 to go in the first half. Again, Spartans up 21-0 here on Friday night, September 30th, 2022. Homecoming 2022 here in McFarland. We were here earlier this week for a volleyball game on Tuesday. Back again tonight for football, next week with swimming.
Yep, keep mentioning those, John, for our viewers.
And ball carrier going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And that was, I believe, Densmore. No. 36, it appears to be.
Blake Cater, 9 carries, 55 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 fumble on the year. He's a 6 foot 2 inch, 210-pound senior, his first carry of the evening. So far tonight, on the ground, John, East Troy, 11 yards in 9 carries. That's what I have so far, unofficially.
So Weed now in a quarterback. No, correction.
No, Weed's in the backfield.
He lined up in the backfield.
Yeah, 6'5". That's a big
There
body.
he goes.
Yep.
Drags his way forward just on strength alone.
Yep, just trying to bowl people over.
Gets a couple of yards and a timeout. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8, 2:24 to go here in the first half. Spartans want that ball back again.
You know, John, I'm actually feeling pretty good out of the 3 trivia questions tonight.
You're doing
I was pretty
well.
close on 2 of them. That last one was kind of bombed on, but boy, you're throwing a lot of McFarland school history.
Yeah, I was looking back to try to figure out when the Capital Conference started because the Spartans were in the Capital for a long, long time.
There's a trivia question. How many different conferences has McFarland participated in? Now, going back in time, mention them.
Well, the Madison
first started,
Suburban,
what
but that
were we
was
in?
kind of carved up into an East and a West and a Central, and then part of that then formed the Capital.
Okay.
And then the Spartans were in the Capital for, oh, goodness. Let's see how many years they were in the Capital. From 69 all the way to 2000. They were in
Really?
the Capital.
We're in the Capital.
Then we went
long.
into the Badger South from 01 until 07.
Right.
And then the Rock Valley.
Rock Valley is 07. That's
Rock
when
Valley
we were
was
in
north-south
the
for a number of years.
Yep.
Dessert got a receiver.
Oh,
Nice catch by Weed.
Beautiful catch.
Right out at midfield. Dessert just lofted it up there, so nice job.
Nice throw by Dessert, too. Rolling the wrong direction, and he knew he was going to get hit.
Look at that
Culp
replay.
couldn't
Boy,
quite
right
catch
on
up
it.
to it. Yep. Beautiful. And at 6'5", that's a nice diving grab.
Weed, a good athlete.
Yep.
We near the 2-minute mark, clock rolling. 1st and 10, East Troy ball. Second time tonight we've seen the ball right at the 50-yard line. And that's Cater.
Yep. Not Cather, but Cater.
Listed at,
I just had to say
I think he's
that,
listed at
Sean,
6'2",
right?
210.
Yes, he is. 6'2", 210.
Big kid out there. We haven't called many linemen for East Troy tonight, so we'll make sure to get as many names as we.
If we can. That's my goal. I think that is our goal, to mention as many kids and give them as much recognition, especially in the line.
Brevet Roth, 62.
Yep.
Bindle, 55. Second down. Dessert going to roll out. He's got some running room.
Yep.
45.
Got dragged down by Morris again, leading tackler. Boy, he's tough.
Hey, McFarland's got some great seniors out there that have played a lot of varsity football here. And as you always say about your seniors, they're going to be tough to replace, but
boy, because
you replace
McFarland's
them.
loaded with them, aren't they,
and you
John?
replace them. You don't have a choice. You
Nobody has any COVID additional years left in high school. You don't get that additional.
Or let's transfer after playing 4 years of
Right.
college ball to get a 5th year,
Right.
Whoop.
Oh.
Everybody moved but the ball.
Yep.
102
Quick
time
that
on
one.
the clock.
That was Zach Johnson, a little quick, 6'5", 205 senior. A little anxious on that.
We're going to have to make some technical changes here at half, Bill, I can see, because it is hard to see with the light on up here and the reflection in the glass.
For you?
Yeah, it's just...
John is standing. I am sitting.
So 3rd down and 9 for the Trojans. Long count for Dessert. Rolls out to his right. Going to run. Gets just over the 45-yard line. Going to be short of the first down.
And gee, guess who chased him down, John? Mr. Jack Morris again.
Yeah, Paul's pretty quick.
I'm going
out
to tell
there.
you, Paul Morris. What am I calling him? Jack Morris for? I'm thinking Detroit Tigers.
Spartans take the timeout.
My bad. Yeah, Paul Morris. I mean, he's all over the field. He is just a beast when it comes to the defensive side.
One of the better
of the
defensive
football.
players in the Rock Valley
Yes,
Conference.
he
There's a
is.
look at the East Troy bench. Sideline.
And again, boy, they don't have a lot of bodies over there, John.
No, and again, a couple of freshmen have been moved up, which,
Right.
you see that in other sports, but football's a little tougher because of the impact of size.
Are they going to be in McFarland's football conference next year?
Yeah, I don't believe it's changing at all. So
No?
the only change we'll have is for all the other sports, Spartans will go to the Badger Conference, the
Badger
small
small
division.
schools, right? Yeah.
Stoughton, Edgewood, Mount Horeb, McFarland, Sauk, Baraboo, Reedsburg, Portage.
Yep.
Tell you right now, folks, there's going to be some drives during the winter,
yes,
up to
will be. Yep.
Baraboo and Sauk. But I tell you what,
Reedsburg.
from McFarland, you get on the belt line, you can potentially get to Sauk without stopping.
Right.
So not going to be so bad. It's
Reedsburg, Baraboo.
going to be better than trying to find your way to Monroe.
No,
and Monroe
John,
will be going into the Rock Valley. Whoever would have imagined that?
Your car could go automatically down there, couldn't it?
Fair catch at the 12.
Oops.
Well, they'll throw the flag.
That was a little unintentional.
That was just unable to put on the brakes.
Yep. And I think with 37 seconds left, John, I think it's probably not going to make a whole lot of difference.
Nice kick by Weed.
Yep. As that Weeds kind of
So here we go. He catches it. Well, it's a good call. You're going to make the contact. You're going to get the flag. No question.
But again, you saw the East Troy player. I mean, he didn't try and pick him up and throw him down or really tackle him. He kind of came in about chest high and then just held him.
New graphic on the board. Flag on the play.
Ooh, kind of like that.
Two
huh?
new graphics debuting tonight, Bill. Can you tell us which two? This is one.
Oh, flag on the play.
I don't know if we used the other one earlier.
I'm going to say replay. Have we ever flashed actually the word replay on the screen?
I think it's injury.
Injury? Okay.
Oh, come on. Let's air it out here, folks. 37
John
seconds
saying,
to go.
It's homecoming,
Here
right?
we go.
Whoa.
Forced out of the pocket, going to rush right under throws Culp.
Yep. Boy, nice pressure applied that time by Blake Cater, 6'2", 210-pound senior. A lot of pressure on Bray Roder, as his sister calls him. Not Bray
able to
Roder,
get that
but
passing
Bray, my brother.
Passing game going.
Yeah, they haven't, have we, John? One pass completion for 11 yards.
Yeah, in 3 weeks you'll be looking at playoff potentially. And
yep. Boy, you're going to have to be able to be a little more balanced than just running the ball.
Dyer.
Yep.
Over the 30, 35, 40, down the sideline.
My goodness.
Did he go out? He goes out in East Troy territory, and there's 18 seconds on the clock.
There's be another 25 yards, I think, on that carry, John.
Well, and in this situation, you got to almost go out there with the attitude you're behind and see what you can do in this 30-second offense.
Do you think he's had a pretty decent first half, John? 16 carries, 187 yards.
And we got
Coach Ackley trying to make an adjustment. They're going to go up from
the clock
12
ran down.
They're going back to 22 seconds left on the clock. So, Coach Ackley, I think that's kind of changed their thinking right now, John. I think we're going to see the Spartans.
And you got a good kicker in Mason Folk, but you're going to have to probably get another 30 yards, 20 yards for sure.
I am going to go with a pass to Dayton Gillen in the middle of the field. Let's see how accurate my guessing is. No. Nice escape, Roder. Nice job.
Inside the 40, 35. Still goes, and he gets out of bounds.
Wow.
Nice job by
Nice
Braylon
job.
Roder. Oh, I thought he was. Made a really nice run. Going to pick up 22.
I got to believe some of these East Troy kids too, John. They've been on the field a long, long time here. Just trying to play defense in that. And
12 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball at the 28-yard line.
Give it one more shot and see how close you can get to the goal line. And then if not.
Well, we are out of timeout, so. Here we go.
Let's go into the sidelines here then. Sidelines are into the end zone.
Order.
Jump ball.
Gonna go to Culp. Got it. Touchdown, Spartans.
Wow. Culp's second.
28 yards. Roeder to Culp. And the Spartans on the board once again. Boy, talk about a momentum builder.
Oh,
nice
I know,
job
and they
by
were down on
Roeder.
there. That was four plays.
Well, again, we said you had to kind of approach it as what if you were behind type situation. Roeder will hold. Folks kick up and good. Again, that touchdown came with 8 seconds to go in the first half, and it puts the Spartans up 28-0. Just when we were talking about passing, there's a nice pass play between Roeder and Culp. Culp's second touchdown of the night following an interception return for 6.
Yep. Culp's got a. Let me just go down the scoring in the first half here because I know when we get to halftime, we're going to step out and take a break. But quarter number 1 at the 6:02 mark, 7-yard run by Brandon Dyer. Extra point good, McFarland 7-0. Then in the second quarter at 11:11, there was a 3-yard run by Brandon Dyer. Extra point good, 14-0, McFarland. The 3:30 mark of the second quarter, a 28-yard interception by Devin Culp. Extra point good, 21-0 McFarland. And as you just saw right now with 8 seconds left in the first half, a 28-yard pass from Bray Roeder to Devin Culp.
Let's see who's out on that kick team here. We got Evan Dean, number 1. We got 23, Blair Wood. We've got 14, Traden Randolph.
22, Cooper Cornish.
7, Tegan O'Brien. 30, Cade Rux.
Yep.
And just going to kind of squib that. That's a live ball.
Here comes Aiden Taylor.
Taylor.
Again.
And down he'll go there. Randolph was there, along with Tegan O'Brien. And there's 3 seconds on the clock. So
how can that be, John? He ran the ball back. The ball became live when he picked it up.
Yeah, it was 8 seconds, so that was 5 seconds.
Okay. You're correct. I had it in my mind that there were 3 seconds. I wrote it down wrong. So
28-0 here. We'll see if East Troy just takes a knee, and that's going to be my guess.
Yep.
Spartans with a couple of deep safeties back at their own 45-yard line. But again, 28-0. Our score here as we are about to go into, well, they're going to go 2 to the right, 2 to the left.
Well, the one thing they don't want to do is make a mistake here.
There they air it up. And
yeah,
that's number 99. He basically played defense on offense. That's Adam Kamish.
Right.
Well, we've got one half in the books here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium. Your McFarland Spartans leading at halftime over East Troy, 28-0. And now it is time to check out all of the pageantry here at halftime, and that means we are off. My mic was off, so we were off.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we proudly present the McFarland High School Marching Band. Drum majors, Micah Criminal, Muskan Bola, and Sophie Detlef. Is the band ready? Thank you, drum majors. Tonight on Homecoming 2022, the Spartan Band performs music from Broadway. Here is the Phantom of the Opera. And now, from Les Mis, here is I Dreamed a Dream. of McFarland's alma mater. What a performance from the McFarland High School Band. At this time, we proudly present the 2022 Homecoming Court. Glenn Quill and Linnea Sandine. Cooper Kennedy and Lily Bernhardt. Robert Drew and Bryn Beery. Avery Weaver and Bubba Blair. And Paul Morris and Ella Purrington. Last year's King and Queen could not attend tonight, so we'd like to welcome our student council advisors to recognize this year's homecoming royalty. The 2022 homecoming royalty are Cooper Kennedy and Lily Bernhardt.
All right, Spartan Nation. This is Bill the Big K Cather, and alongside the golden voice of McFarland Athletics, Mr. John Wells here. We're going to be back here for the second half of action. Again, you can see on your TV screen or monitor, McFarland 28, East Troy nothing. Again, we are looking at a possibility, if there's another score by McFarland, of then getting into a running clock in tonight's game. But we're hopeful that a lot of kids get an opportunity to play here again. Kind of a special night, being at homecoming for your McFarland Spartans. And again, we'll try and mention as many names as we can here tonight. So, John, it's nice to have a little break in there, huh? At halftime.
Long break.
And yeah, that was a long break. But again, we had the homecoming court. And did you catch who it happened to be? I know it was Cooper Kennedy was the king, and I believe it was Lily Bernhardt who was the queen. Be a nice touch with Cooper Kennedy, who has basically lost his season starting quarterback as a senior this year for the Spartans, that was injured in the Monroe game. And nice of him to be crowned the king of homecoming, so kind of a special thing since he's lost out on the remainder of his football opportunity this year.
Once again, nice coverage by the Spartans as they spin down Aiden Taylor.
Yep. John, I was also going to mention here, well, I'm going to wait until our first little break, and then I got something else. So
ball's going to be at the 24-yard line of East Troy as we're underway here in the second half. 28-0 Spartans.
Am I correct in saying, John, one more score by the Spartans and then we go to running clock if it gets to 35?
Yes.
Or is it above 35?
35.
At 35, okay.
So we'll see if East Troy can get something going offensively. Dessert, incomplete. Again, they scored 62 last week.
Yep.
And yet to be on the board tonight. I think that 62 is kind of an incentive for the Spartans to say, hey, let's see what we can do defensively against a team that put that many points up on the board.
Right, because East Troy had struggled in some games before that and just found a Whitewater team that's really struggling this year.
And we'll play Whitewater next week. Dessert rolls out. That's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
And nice tackle there again, Paul Morris.
Yep. The beast. That is
an all-conference tackle right there
for
by
sure.
Paul.
Yep.
Now we'll see if the Spartans will. Going to guess this is going to be a hold. There's that new graphic, flag on the play.
Yep. Again, John, in the first half, 15-17, I had East Troy at only 21 rushing yards in the first half.
Yeah, let's see what. And they're going to decline, so it should bring up third down and 10.
Yep. I see with them struggling to gain any yardage in that, why you wouldn't even need to push them back any further. Look at that beautiful pursuit that time again by Paul Morris.
Number 52, again, we haven't called his name much. Again, that's Brett Schnell. Well, I guess we have, but.
Yeah, I've called his name a few times.
Third down. Here comes the rush. Got a receiver. Caught by Taylor. Nice catch.
Boy, and a beautiful throw that time. Yep.
All the way out to the 38-yard line and a first down. Gain of 14. Kind of out-jumped Andrew Kelly. Here's a look at that. Very nice play. And again, this is a freshman.
And catch. Yep.
Nicely thrown ball. And Taylor gets up off the ground. And
yep.
So nice gain. So East Troy moves the sticks ball at the 38-yard line. 11:20 to go
Aiden Taylor
here.
coming in tonight, John. He had caught 4 touchdown passes, 25 pass completion, 316 yards, and 4 touchdowns for the 155-pound senior.
Dessert again, gonna air it out. Got a receiver.
Ball.
And Kuso goes up.
My goodness, Kyle Kuso.
Problem is that ball just hung up in the air too long.
The recovery. If Dessert would have thrown that a little more on line, they would have had a completion. But what beautiful focus that time by Kyle Kuso.
Look at
Notice
this
him.
replay.
Look at him. Just focused on that ball up over the top.
Going for Taylor
Wonderful.
again. Nice
And
job by Kyle.
keeping 2 feet in bounds after catching the ball. Boy, that's a wonderfully athletic interception that time. Kyle Kuso.
There's Kyle on the sideline.
5'10", 180-pound senior.
First
Excellent.
and 10 for the Spartans. Ball at the 42-yard line. 2 receivers lining up in the near side of the field.
Again, I'm going to compliment our staff again on that. Boy, what beautiful replays. And you really get a chance to appreciate some of the athletic abilities of these kids with our replay ability here.
Here's Roeder. There they're going to air it out for Kelly. But, boy, that ball is... Boy, we get a break there.
Yeah, it hit Aiden Taylor right in the face mask. That was...
Lost it in the lights, Bill. Lost it in the lights.
It almost looked like that's what happened to him, do you think,
Yeah.
John? Yeah.
Yeah, Aiden, he's the one who just made that great catch.
Yeah, that great catch.
And I think he lost in the lights.
Look at that was a wounded duck going up there.
Yeah,
and you can see he's got a beat on it, and all of a sudden, boom.
That was 10 yards from Kelly, so Spartans get a break. Dyer tries to get outside, gets the block from Gillen.
And here he goes again.
Down inside the 45 to the 44. Gain of 14, that's going to be a first down.
First half, he had 16 carries, 187 yards. That put him, that carry, 17 carries unofficially for 201 yards so far in the game. Excellent game for Brandon
Got to put
Dyer.
him over 700 for the year, I'm guessing.
No, John, actually, I had him 53 carries for 416 yards
Oh.
coming in.
There goes Kelly with that sprinter speed. There he goes. All the way down to near the 30-yard line.
His second carry for 20 yards now for the speedster, the 6'1", 191-pound junior, Andrew Kelly. Look at him, just, wow. Very good. Not only speed, but also his ability to kind of find and pick his way through.
So first and 10, ball at the 31-yard line for the Spartans. Roeder, late pitch.
Oh, yep, a little late.
Gillen gets on it at the 35, but...
Boy, that was Ryan. That was Ryan Weed again, tipping the ball and then almost getting back and falling on him in that. Again, a 6'5" frame.
They got a couple of good-sized kids up there for East Troy on the line. Timothy Bentley, 6'5", 278,
Yep.
and a senior.
Number 50, Chase Murphy, 5'10", 212-pound senior.
14 seniors on the roster for East Troy. I believe 19 for the Spartans.
Yep.
Roeder rolls out. Got a receiver. That's Culp.
Boy, nice.
Look at that.
catch
Look at
again.
that.
Oh, and right.
Oh, my goodness. All the way down to the 12-yard line.
I'm going to use the word elusive.
Well, gain of 22. I thought he was going to be down way back up here, but no stopping Culp.
His
Let's
second
take a look at
reception.
this.
Yep.
Again, ball right on the numbers.
Just shifty moves. First, great catch.
And then he just gets around to the outside.
Yep. Oh, and who helped him there? Was that
Gillen gets a nice
yep.
block.
Dayton Gillen giving him some extra help on the sidelines.
Last man is Taylor, and he
Yep.
slows him up just enough. So first and 10 for the Spartans. Now they're going to go back to the air.
Jump ball.
And that one is out of the end zone, incomplete.
Maybe not the best decision to throw that up there. Culp had nowhere to go on that, and about 2 or 3 defenders back there.
8:26 time on the clock.
John, I'm making my next play call right here. This is going to be Brandon Dyer on a 12-yard touchdown run. My prediction. They're going to put the ball in Dyer's hands here.
It might be a good bet there.
Yeah, 201 yards already. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. Well, he's leading the blocking.
Gonna throw.
Roder's going to throw it.
Incomplete.
Looking for Cuso, but well covered.
3rd down and 10, 8:22. Clock stopped. And take a look at that line over the ball. Number 75 for the Spartans. Miles Hogan, 6 foot 220 and a junior.
Yep, I'll.
73, Aaron Thompson, 6'2", 270 and a junior. Got a couple of linemen back next year. High snap. Here's Dyer. There you go,
and
Bill.
Here he goes.
Inside the 5.
There he goes.
Inside the end zone for the touchdown.
Yep.
12 yards.
I was just one play early.
$8:15 time on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Nice job by.
And John with an extra
Dyer.
point. As you said, we potentially go to a running clock, huh?
Tell you what's nice, though, Bill, is early in the year. Well, we'll talk about that. Here's Folk for the extra point. 4 for 4 on the night. Make it 5 for 5.
Yep, he's got a big leg.
It's good to see Dyer early in the year. He really wasn't carrying the ball much, but lately here the last few games, he's been the go-to man, and that was a good personnel change for the Spartans,
again,
who now are up 35-0.
Let's give some credit to the line, too. We got for McFarland at the tackles, number 54, Caden Westfall, 6'4", 265 junior. The other tackle, Keats, the Diesel Dislin, 6'6", 275, a senior. The guards are Austin Bindle, 6 foot, 210 pound senior. The other guard, Brevid Roth, number 62, a 5 foot 9 inch, 240 pound sophomore. And at center, number 75, Miles Hogan, a 6 foot, 220 pound junior. So pretty good size, as you can see, going across that McFarland line, and making it pretty nice for guys like Travis Zadra as well as Brandon Dyer to pick up the yardage that they are in these ball games. Nice job by the offensive line.
Folk will tee it up. Looks like Andrew Vinman's number 67 out there on the kick team. Ball fielded at the 10-yard line, straight ahead. Out over the 30, there he goes, way out over the 40 to the 43-yard line. A gain of 33.
You know, Taylor, he's really done a nice job, hasn't he?
Taylor's a nice player.
On the kickoff returns, and I'm sure the one he'd like to have back is the interception in the lights that
probably
went
just
off his
kicking
face
himself over that one.
Yep.
So,
but he's showing flashes of just some real nice athleticism here in this ball game tonight. For
clock's going to roll now, Bill. So. 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter, and
what's that call the officials making there, John?
Didn't see it.
He's rubbing his chest. Well, that means just keep the clock moving now, or
maybe
whatever it must be.
So 1st and 10 for East Troy. Ball at the 43-yard line.
Again, I just marvel at how clear our picture is here, John. This is just wonderful. Again, I'll mention our staff here in just a minute again.
Dessert airs it up. Nobody there.
No, in the middle of about 5 or 6 defenders.
Well,
again,
I looked over on this side. You had Owen Stels and Weed.
Yep.
Weed was stretched out on the ground there,
right.
So don't know what happened.
Owen Stels, second leading tackler on this McFarland squad coming into tonight.
Who else do we have out there, Bill? Again, Westfall. Good to see Caden out there for the Spartans.
Yeah, he's had some injury issues.
So 2nd down and 10.
82 out
to
here.
go.
Hayden Harrison out here, number 82, along with Cuso.
A lot of the younger kids have gotten some time under the lights here. And that's incomplete. Picked it up, wanted to keep running just in case.
Yep. That was number 36, Blake Cater again.
I don't see Dave Lindow on the sideline, Bill. Where is he over there?
Dave is over there. I know he and his daughter Lauren, who's going back to probably chances are pretty good. She was second in the state last year, state Division II singles. And
here's the trivia question, Bill. How many siblings does Dave have?
He has 3.
Ah, you're right.
We have Mackenzie, who is a UW
No,
Whitewater.
those are children. I mean siblings.
Oh, siblings.
Brothers and sisters.
Oh, God, you'd know that from Fenimore, correct?
Yeah. I had to ask. 3.
Oh, he has 3?
Yeah. That one is aired up.
Yep. I
Just
guess I need to learn the difference between siblings and children, huh? Oh, yep. Well, I said we try and make this telecast as entertaining and sometimes informative, I guess.
Well, I know in 2 weeks when Evansville comes here, that's going to be a great game. Last time we did an Evansville game, that's when the Blue Devils went for the win at the end of the game, and the Spartans stopped them on the goal line, and we waited and waited and waited, and finally the Spartans are jumping up and down. And again, we gave the Evansville coach a lot of credit because he played to win.
Yes, he did. And I remember that. Boy, that was...
Oh, it's blocked. Weed, he's going to catch it. And the Spartans are going to get the ball.
Wow, and
boy, let's take a look at that one again.
That was Stels.
Or did it hit an East Troy player? Let's take a look.
Dane Lundy, Nick Capuzzo, and Stels. All 3 of them were in on that tackle of Weed. Let's see if we get a replay to see whether...
Here, now let's take a look. I think it might have hit an East Troy player. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Went back into number 77, Joey Meadows, a 6'2", 175-pound sophomore.
So does he get credit?
Right into his back end.
So how do you write that? I guess you got to call it a blocked punt.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
Spartans now can really take command of this right here.
Zadra. Straight ahead, down around the 10-yard line. 4:25, time on the clock.
Travis Zadra, 6th carry for 34 yards.
First down, first and goal.
Yep.
This one getting out of control here a little bit now.
Yep.
Spartans up 35. Roeder. Oh, gee.
Boy, he's had some problems throwing that little short pass out there in the flat. Like Kelly, a little frustrated. And they just bring it down. Just bring it down. I'm not quite that tall. Yep, Andrews only 6'1". I think he would. I don't even know if Ryan Weed at 6'5" could have hauled that thing in there. But
well, incomplete. Again, the clock will keep rolling here. And
oh, and it went backwards, so they lost yardage on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should also mention number 70. Yep.
Lost 8 yards on that?
Yep. Also, we've got Paul Morris in there. I got to mention him at tight end. I mean, he's just such a beast on defense, and he's also a tight end on offense. So
Zadra gets a few yards back down to about the 14.
I don't know. Do you think we'll see Brandon Dyer carry the ball anymore tonight? So far, Johnny had 18 carries for 213
I guess
yards.
not. We might see Cade Korth again. He did a nice job.
Right. Absolutely.
Joel Carls. Look at Zadra.
Holding penalty.
Yep.
It's coming back.
It's down near the goal line, but this one should come back.
Slow to get up that time as John Gulig, 6 foot, 166-pound senior for East Troy. Boy, definitely with the low numbers they have over there, they can't afford any injuries at all.
Tell you what, you get a penalty here. That clock just continues to roll.
Yes, right.
You could run 2 minutes or more off that, and almost like a fog or a smoke film over the field now, Bill.
Well, I don't know, John. There's no smoking permitted in our
I don't know. You look over there at the lights. It looks like it's either smoke or fog.
A haze rolling.
It is a haze.
Not woody. For those of you that
Third
get that
down,
joke.
big rush. Roeder gets away from one, gets away from two, but that's all.
Nice tackle by number 64, Timothy Bentley, 6'5", 278 senior. Yep, pretty good size there on Timothy. Also,
well,
36.
Fourth and goal
Cater.
from the 25.
Yep,
they're going to try a
54.
field goal.
54, Austin Walter.
A 44-yard field goal for Mason Folk. Nice and easy now, Mason. Ooh, plenty of leg. Got it.
Wow. What was that, 44 yards?
44 yards. Mason Folk with many. He's excited. Look at Mason.
Should be.
That-a-way, Mason.
And that was a beautiful end over end. I mean, that was
44 yards.
And I mean, you sit here and you think, oh, you don't want to think they're rubbing it in, but that's something that could be of great value when it comes tournament time, John. To have somebody with a leg like that. Time of that, John?
That was, I have no idea. The reason is the clock continues to run. So
what time are we at right now?
Yeah, we're at 30 seconds.
Okay.
Spartans won't even get out on the field here before time's going to run out.
So I'm going to make that. It was at 1 minute and 28 seconds left. How does that sound for a guess?
Yeah, you know, these, again,
unofficial stats.
That's the thing with the continuous clock. You just.
Right. Will they get this off even before the end of the quarter?
Doesn't
Probably not.
look like it is. Well, now the clock stopped. Yeah, I think the clock stops after a score.
Boy, it would almost have to.
So technically, Bill, this could maybe tell us what time that field goal came at. See what they put back on here. Oh, it's going to go back to 55 seconds. So, Bill, we'll go with 55 seconds for the time on that. I thought it stopped after.
Again, I want to be official as I can here, right?
So Folk will tee it up. It's now 38-0 Spartans. And that'll squib and skips back to Taylor, and here he comes out around the 30, and nice tackle there. Let's see, number Stels is there.
Stels.
And number 20 is there.
Number 6, Remy Burns.
Gavin Schultz, Remy
there.
Burns, they're all there.
Yep.
Now, that clock more than likely going to run out here
Right.
to end our third quarter with the Spartans ahead 38-0.
Let's get some names also in here. We got 20, Gavin Schultz, 7, Tegan O'Brien, 73 is Aaron Thompson, 50.
Yeah, they might get a playoff here. They do. Dessert got a receiver open.
Nice pass and nice catch.
Morris on the
time.
tackle. Looks like number 28. Jake Burke.
5'10", 140-pound sophomore. That was a nice pitch and catch that time.
Yeah, going to be a first down, and the quarter will end. So 38-0 Spartans. Tell you what, Bill, you look at the last 4 games for the Spartans.
Wow, allowed only 3 points.
Yeah, and they have scored 163 and given up 3.
Right. And
again, that
next
Monroe
week,
lost 36-0, but Spartans did not play well that night at all. Not saying, hey, we beat Monroe, but might have been a little better of a game.
Right.
But
also, that was a game where Cooper Kennedy got knocked out of the game, but also Monroe lost their quarterback in that game. So, you know,
Monroe can throw, but they do just fine keeping the ball on the ground too. So
right.
There's a look at the Spartans. There's number 17, Nick Capazzo.
Right. Number
22,
1, Evan Dean.
22, Cooper Cornish.
Yep.
Bindle is still out there. Also
14,
Schnell.
Traden Randolph. 6 foot, 133 pound senior.
Aaron Thompson is still out there.
Yep.
So we'll start the fourth quarter here. 1st and 10 for East Troy. Dessert.
Again, you got to remember, Dessert's only a 9th grader.
And I tell you what, with each snap that he takes out there, again, that's going to just pay off dividends when he's a sophomore and then a junior and a senior.
Going to be seeing him for 3 more years, John, after this year.
Yeah, we'll only see him once.
Yeah, you're right.
More than likely, but.
Yep, next year.
And ball carrier just puts his head down and stacked
Boy, do
up.
I like that,
look
too.
at that.
That ball carry, as soon as he got it, what was that?
35.
35, Brady Collins, a 5 foot 3 inch, 115 pound freshman also.
Wonder if he's related to Coach Collins.
Brady Collins, 11 carries, 31 yards.
Brady goes out, and
there he goes.
Cater comes in, about a foot difference and 100 pounds between the two. But it's not how big you are, it's the heart you have. And hey, look at this. Dessert going to air it up.
Oh, a nice catch.
Boy, nice play. Is that Cater? Burke.
28, Jake Burke.
Wood kind of
and again, look at this replay. How clear it is.
Wood kind of got turned a few different ways.
Yep, Blair Wood kind of got turned.
So again, Dessert to Burke. East Troy now on the move.
Thanks again for that replay. That's just wonderful.
Here's a handoff.
Stiff arm.
Look at that. Down inside the 10.
That was Blake Cater. Boy, nice stiff arm on that. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Who's trying to get off the field here?
Well, the officials should
looks
see
like
it
number
stop.
14. That looks like Traden Randolph. Boy, and that looked like a leg. He was trying to hobble off. And again,
that or he got stepped on.
The best trainer in the area, Jay Hansen.
So 9:54 time on the clock.
Yep, taking a good look at this. Again, if you've got an injury, you're going to be in good hands with Jay Hansen. He is just wonderful. Okay, maybe he did just get kicked, John, because he's
I thought maybe he got
something.
Stepped on.
Yep. And Jay's just telling him, hey, keep moving. That's what it looked like, and we're going to get you back out there if we can.
Late substitution on the line.
Number 51, Lance Cater, 5'6", 195, junior. Oh, boy.
Spin and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
Cater, 6 yards.
He's a big boy, 6'2", 210.
Listed as an offensive lineman and a linebacker.
So this means now, John, we get off the running clock as we go below 35 points. Boy, look at that. Well, he took on number 12. Reese Turner, 5'10", 153-pound junior, tried to put the hit on Cater, and Cater just spun him around and bowled over him.
It's like Weed's going to kick. The difference in size between the kicker and the holder, Bill.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, these young kids like Collins getting a lot of
35.
valuable experience out here.
Hey, and he's a freshman. And he does the smart thing. Just get down. He wasn't going anywhere. And look at that sportsmanship. I love it. Number 55 for the Spartans.
Bindle.
Austin Bindle. I got to just love that. Again, anytime we can point out positive sportsmanship in the world of athletics today, I will do it. It's so important. It's almost, sportsmanship has kind of become a lost art. And you know what that comes from? Your head coach and your coaching staff that continually promote that stuff and say, hey, let's do things the right way. So hats off to Coach Paul Ackley and all his assistants. Sign of a class program. Yep, got to like it. Oh, but I got to give a shout out here. As long as I hear the music going next door, A little shout out to somebody watching in San Diego, California tonight. I don't need to probably mention his name, but I think maybe this one will be for you. In 1814, we took a little trip down with the Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. Hey, Jimmy, hope you're enjoying San Diego, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here at the Evansville game. A shout out to Jimmy Bowen, our music man usually. So thanks, Jim. Yep. A little more Cather karaoke there for all of our listeners who are still tuned in. And again, John, we're off the running clock. So in a way, I really like this because this gives a few more kids a little more opportunity for some playing time. Well, to mention a few more people. 22, 79. 22, Adam Schreiber Jr., 79, Connor O'Brien, 54, Austin Walter, number 9. I don't have a 9 listed in my program for East Troy, just trying to mention as many names.
Got some running room. There he goes, down the sideline. That's Evan Dean.
Wow, nice job, Evan. Getting an opportunity from that deep ring position.
Nice job, Evan.
Nice job, 6 foot, 180-pound senior, so a memorable little homecoming game for Evan Dean.
So again, the continuous clock continues.
Oh, it is, John.
Yeah, once you hit the 35, I believe they keep it going.
But it's not a 35 spread anymore.
But once you hit 35,
okay.
then it's...
I said sometimes the broadcast is informative, and other times...
Which, you think about it. You get on the board, and you get 7, and then all of a sudden you start catching up, but then the clock works really against you in that situation.
Yep.
Rowe is in at quarterback. This is Zadra. Gets around the outside. It's up to about the 35, so gain of 7.
Travis, 8th carry unofficially for 44
What
yards.
I see the other day, Bill, there was a game 87-0 in our area here. And I want to say it was like 70-0 at half. A team scored, I almost think it was like 54 points in one quarter. And
ouch.
Those are games where you definitely need that continuous clock.
Yeah. Whoa. Knocked backwards, I'll tell you.
That's Cade Korth. Cade did a nice job last time we were here for the Delawendarian game.
Yep, he has 8 carries, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown on the year. He's a 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Cade will be called on.
Yes, he will next
year for sure.
Yep.
So again, both teams, every snap you get out here under the lights is valuable.
Yep.
Whoop.
Oh, that was not.
Whoop.
Wow.
Right side, left side, ball on the ground, and East Troy's got it.
East Troy came up with it. That was number 56 who came up with it. Justice Pershing, 6'2", 209-pound senior.
Yeah, somehow got it. Clock rolls, 7:20. Time on the clock here, 38-6 Spartans.
Boy, we had a long first half, as brought up by Stephanie Miller, our queen director here.
We're going to hit our curfew.
It was like a lot of, I think a lot of it was the halftime festivities and that stuff.
9:08's our curfew, so we'll...
I'll tell you what, I got to get home. Matlock reruns start at 9:30 for me, so my wife has some warm milk and cookies probably waiting for me, ready at 9:30, so this isn't bothering me here.
Dessert airs it up again. Pass interference is going to be called, but this might again be offensive pass interference.
Or it's going to be on Gavin Schultz. Maybe he didn't get his head turned around on that.
He seemed to be backing up.
Japers going to give a couple other shout-outs, a few other East Troy people, the Dodge family, the Vukovic family, Jeff Brownie Brown over in Elkhorn, a long-time friend of mine who coached the East Troy girls for a long time.
That's called on the Spartans.
Yep. I said Schultz, I guess, probably they determined he just didn't get his head turned around on that, kind of that wounded duck. I tell you what, nobody from that East Troy sidelines. They're still hanging on, watching the ball game. Like I said, Jen, it's still a beautiful night. It is cooling off, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And a penalty. It's going to be no face or no mouth guard. Let's see. Yep. I think it is. Nope.
Procedure. Almost looks like Dave Halverson in the white cap there, doesn't it?
5.5 time on the clock. I keep hearing things over my headset, Bill. I don't know if it's a radio station or what, but
John, you're scaring me.
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Because I hear those funny voices when I'm sitting at home too myself at times. So,
So Dessert, that ball broken up.
What else do we have coming up here, John?
Well, actually this week
other...
here at the high school, they had Crazy Hat or Helmet Day, Dress-Up Day, and the Powder Puff game. Those are always exciting.
Yep.
Freshmen beat the sophomores. Juniors beat the seniors. Thursday was Throwback Thursday. Of course, today was Spartan Spirit Dress-Up Day, the pep rally in the stadium, game tonight. Tomorrow night, homecoming dance from 7:30 to 10:30 in the B Gym. Tickets are $10 and may be purchased the week before or after, before or at the door. Here's Dessert, got a receiver open. Grabs it. He's down near the 15-yard line.
Schultz and into Weed's hands. Wow, this will be an interesting replay. Take a look at this. I think Schultz thought he had it, and I think he thought he had it too, and then right over his back comes the 6'5" Weed to take it right away. And thank goodness number 15, Nick Altenberger, 155-pound sophomore, was there to bring down Weed. Otherwise, he would have scored on that play.
East Troy on the move again. Ball carrier just keeps his head down. I believe that was Collins. Nope.
22, Adam Schreiber, 5'2", 125-pound freshman.
I just looked at the size and I thought, oh.
Well, yeah. A couple of nice little freshman ball players here, Collins and Schreiber.
A couple of years from now, these will be 5'8", 5'9" kids that are out there.
This is getting valuable experience for them and going against the Spartans here in McFarland. Oh, Dessert.
Look at Dessert.
And again, another
keeper.
freshman.
And an injury over there on the far sideline. That will stop the clock with 2:57. There's that graphic injury.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like they had a dodgeball tournament Tuesday through Thursday during advisory.
What about our upcoming telecast, John?
Next Tuesday, Spartan girls swimming versus Edgewood. Following Tuesday, October 11th, Spartan girls swimming versus Oregon. That'll be senior night. And our final football game comes up 2 weeks from tonight on October 14th. As the Spartans host the Blue Devils from Evansville, that will be senior night.
And again, shout out right now to my left. BB Benny Beck's doing a great job on the camera. To my right, the King. Rudy the King to my right. And on the board tonight again, the mastermind, the bearded wonder, Andrew Day, and the Queen. We have the King and the Queen here tonight. The Queen, Stephanie Miller.
Here come the Trojans, looking for their second score of the night. And that's number 22, Schreiber. Straight ahead. Again, the theme this year for homecoming, take me to the movies. Freshmen chose animated movies, sophomore horror movies, junior Disney Channel original movies, and senior choosing superhero movies. Door decorating took place, float building and window painting. Float winners were the seniors.
Of course.
And then, of course, the community parade, which was a great parade this year. Good to see it back. Schreiber.
John, and how about the
gonna get
family
in.
festival last weekend? It was nice to see that kind of come back
Community
in the
festival.
community festival.
Yeah, it was.
What did you do again? I know you were down there helping
Weather
out.
wasn't perfect. I
No.
was working in the entertainment tent.
Oh, because you obviously are
Volunteering.
the entertainment,
Yeah,
right? Were you
volunteering with the
announcing?
Lions. I was a cleanup man.
You weren't announcing anything?
Nope.
How could they not have the golden voice?
Not a
bringing
lot
in-
to clean up, but at the time I was there. But
Yeah, the weather was didn't cooperate a whole lot, did
I
it?
had some
Dicey
good
moments
crowd at
on
night.
Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, had a good crowd at night.
Did
and
they? Some entertainment in the tent and that, so.
Got to work with former color man Jerry Adrian
Oh,
from back in the day.
Yep.
So
he used to do football with you,
yep,
correct?
worked with Jerry at the middle school. Dessert goes straight ahead, not going to make it.
Nope.
So to bring up 4th down, again, East Troy will quickly get up to the line of scrimmage because we are at about a minute to go here.
Yep. Did they just call a timeout? They just
did.
called a timeout, but the clock is still running.
Well, 55 seconds.
Yeah, big deal. So
Hey, you know what? Again, you got young kids out there and a score, that's a big deal.
here we go. 55, East Troy. Zach Johnson, 51, Lance Cater, 24, Ben Gates, 79, Connor O'Brien, 54, Austin Walter. Just like to mention as many names as I can. Number 9, still I don't have a 9 listed in my program here, but why not get as many kids mentioned? I'll tell you what, these kids, football is not just a seasonal sport. It's year-round when you're doing weight training and going to camps and other stuff in that. So let's try to recognize as many of our youth on both sides as we can. And again, I hope that, John and I, we try to keep this not only informative but also entertaining with some little trivia and other things that go on. So let's see if the Spartans can hold them out. Also 24.
Yeah, Dessert gets the
Dessert's
shoe tied
gonna go
there. So
under center, and I'll bet he's going to quarterback sneak this.
I don't know. He's
or maybe
got that
Cater.
big back behind him.
Yep, Cater might just pound it straight ahead.
Going to go to the second back. Following Cater.
I don't think
he didn't get in.
Got in. I don't think Schreiber got in.
.40 seconds to go.
They thought they were going to give Schreiber a chance to score. I think the Cater probably could have pounded that in there with his size, but
Trojans
might give Schreiber a
denied.
chance there. Yep.
So we are at 25 seconds to go. See if the Spartans have to. Looks like Jacob Sturt's out there, number 84. One of my former students. Roeder is back out there, but I'm going to guess this is just going to.
Because you can't kneel it down, can you, John?
Whistle blows to put the ball in play. 3, 2, 1.
Game over.
Time runs out. So our final score tonight here from William J. Rice Field, Lloyd Schneider Stadium in McFarland on Friday night, September 30th, 2022. Homecoming 2022. Your McFarland Spartans pick up the win tonight with a 38-6 victory over East Troy. Bill, wrap her up for us.
Yep. Again, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Next week, they travel to Whitewater. And the following week, our year-ending game at Evansville here. So we'll see you again in 2 weeks. So on behalf of McFarland Cable, WMCF staff, under the direction of Stephanie the Queen Miller, Andrew the Bearded Wonder Mastermind Day, BB Penny Becks, and the King, Rudy the King. Myself, Bill Cather, and John Wells, our play-by-play announcer. We hope that you've enjoyed tonight's telecast. It's our hope that we provide athletes with another special memory, as well as provide an opportunity for these athletes and their accomplishments, for many of you who couldn't attend for a variety of reasons, to be able to appreciate and see their efforts tonight. So we thank you for your continued support as viewers. So signing off, I'll say God bless, stay healthy, stay safe, and good evening from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.